everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger with SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, February 29th through Sunday, March 6th, 2016. So yes, it's a leap year. We do have 29 days of February, and we are moving into a whole new month, which is going to bring a whole new universal energy with it. So you'll want to be sure to also tune into the monthly angel card reading for the month of March, which is also on my YouTube channel. So to start out, we're going to be talking a little bit about the astrology for the week, as we normally do. And when we get to the card portion of our reading, we're going to be using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot deck for the main reading, for the main information for everyone. And then depending on your stone of choice for the week, your special message card is going to be coming from the Syrian Starseed Tarot by Patricia Corey and Alyssa Bartha. So let's first take a look at the stones of choice so that you have time to kind of think about and contemplate what your special message card is going to be. And the first stone of choice is this beautiful piece of malachite. Now, the malachite is a green stone, and my guides and angels have told me that as far as the stones of choice, we're going to just relate them to the chakras this week. So this is a beautiful, almost like an emerald green color. On the other side, it's actually a very, very dark, deep, dark green. And this is going to relate to our heart chakra. This is going to help to kind of cleanse and heal and release anything emotional going on, emotional wounds or feelings or emotions that are heavier, even relationship matters that have an emotional component to it. So the malachite again relates to that heart chakra energy. Your second stone of choice is clear quartz. Now this is a beautiful big piece of polished clear quartz, and this is going to relate to the crown chakra. And this is going to help to open that crown chakra to higher guidance, higher wisdom. It's going to help to bring a sense of clarity as well. This stone is very clear, almost like a crystal ball would be. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but I can really see just really within that clear quartz. And clear quartz is known to amplify energies as well. So it brings a clarity and an amplification to the energies that you're experiencing, the energies around you. Your last stone of choice is going to be this beautiful blue agate. Now this is a light blue, kind of a combination of sky blue and water blue in this particular agate. It's got some nice, what we might call inclusions or lines running through it of the different blue. And this is going to relate to our throat chakra. You can even relate it to the ear chakras as well, they're saying. So throat chakra and ear chakras, this is where we speak our truth with love and compassion, but with clarity and integrity. And it's also going to, again, relate to the clairaudience of the ear chakras as well, so that we can hear those clear messages from our angels and guides. So again, your stones to choose: malachite, the clear quartz, and the agate, or the blue agate. All right, so let's put those down and let's talk a little bit about the astrology for this week. Tuesday and Wednesday, the moon is going to be in the sign of Sagittarius, and it's very interesting that it's setting off a lot of different planets. A lot of the times when I do these weekly readings, I don't talk about the moon and all the planets that it connects to, because it's always connecting almost every single day to something in some way, whether it's a challenging aspect or a harmonious aspect. But I thought it was very interesting that on Tuesday and Wednesday, the 1st and the 2nd of March, the moon in Sagittarius first is in a challenging aspect to Neptune in Pisces, and then a challenging aspect to the sun in Pisces, and then it conjuncts or comes together with Saturn and Sagittarius, and then it goes on to make a positive aspect with Uranus in Aries, and then finally it connects in a challenging aspect again with Jupiter in Virgo, which is the opposite sign of Pisces. So there's a lot going on here as far as the emotions, our emotional nature, because that's what the moon rules. And the moon in Sagittarius is usually very optimistic, happy-go-lucky, looks on the bright side of things, and sees the positive usually. But because there's some challenging aspects here to Neptune and the Sun and then Jupiter, and also, you might consider the conjunction with Saturn also a possibly challenging aspect, depending on your chart personally. But this is going to be bringing up a lot of things as far as our emotional truth. What is our truth? What is the truth around us of the events and circumstances in our lives, both outside of us? And what is my internal truth? What do I believe? What is my belief systems? And how are my belief systems being challenged? So I think there's going to be a lot going on Tuesday and Wednesday in regards to that, our emotional truth and what we believe. And then as we jump all the way to Saturday for the next significant thing that's occurring. And on Saturday, we have Mercury, which is the messenger planet. It rules mind and logic and messages and communication. And Mercury is going to be in a challenging aspect to Mars. Now, the interesting thing about this is that Mercury is at the very last degree of Aquarius before moving into Pisces, the next sign. And Mars is at the very last degree of Scorpio before it moves into Sagittarius, the next sign. So when Mercury and Mars come into this challenging square aspect on Saturday, and some of you, by the way, are going to feel this on Friday, depending on what part of the world you're in, so Friday and Saturday, this is going to challenge our communications. And because it's at the last degree, not just one of the planets at the last degree of the sign it's in, but both of them at the last degree. So it's going to really intensify the energies here. So I feel like we're going to be feeling challenged on a mental level. It's going to be bringing up maybe some power and control issues because Mars is in Scorpio, which rules that kind of power and control stuff. It might be regarding something that we're disempowered about, and we have some sort of communication with somebody else about where we feel disempowered, because that communication aspect can come from Mercury. So whatever it is, again, there's a little bit of a challenge here with our thoughts. It can be internal, just in our thinking and our thought processes, or it can be external in how we're communicating with other people. So it can bring forth some frustrating or challenging communications. Now, then on the same day, again, Friday, Saturday, depending on where you are in the world, after they connect in that challenging aspect at the last degree of Aquarius and Scorpio, they both move into a new sign. So Mercury is then moving into Pisces, where it's going to be until March 22nd, and Mars is going to be moving into Sagittarius, where it's actually going to retrograde back into Scorpio at a time. It actually goes into Sagittarius on the 5th of March. It's going to then retrograde back into Scorpio at some point. It moves forward until the 8th degree of Sagittarius, where it turns retrograde. And as of, I think it's the end of May, it retrogrades back into Scorpio. And it will stay in Scorpio until the beginning of August, when it moves back into Sagittarius. So we're only going to have Mars and Sagittarius for a few days. I think it's about a couple of weeks. Well, that would be almost a month or so before it actually retrogrades back into Scorpio. So it's going to be a very interesting time period with that retrograde of Mars back in Scorpio, but we'll talk about that in another video. And then on Sunday, to round out our week, we actually have the Sun in Pisces, and it's challenging Saturn in Sagittarius. Now, this can bring up some difficulties with authority figures. It could bring up some difficulty with our own self-identity or how we feel about ourselves. It could be challenging our sense of what we believe is true, because Saturn is in Sagittarius, which is the truth seeker sign. And the sun is in Pisces, which sometimes can be a little confused as to what it feels at all. So again, there might be a little bit of confusion or doubts, some fears that come up as we move through that aspect, but that won't last very long. By the time we get into next week's video on the 7th of March, it should start to dissipate. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the main message for everyone, well, actually that doesn't depend on your stone of choice, but the main message for everyone, and this is from, again, the Angel Tarot deck. So I'm just going to look for, and I've already drawn one card that's kind of popped up there out of the deck. This one, well, no, that one came out with 2 other cards. That's just a little bit too much. So we have the second card here, and asking again for whatever it is we need to know for this week, and this one seems to be popping out. So let's go ahead and take a look at that first card. We have the 9 of Fire, and it says, don't give up, protect that which you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself. So we have been talking a lot about belief or belief systems and believing. And some of that believing is some of the Pisces energy we have going on. At the beginning of the week when I talked about the moon in Sagittarius, which can be about our emotional belief systems. And it's challenging both Neptune and the sun, which are both in Pisces, which is our, again, a spiritual kind of belief, having faith and believing that everything is as it should be and unfolding in divine timing. That's that kind of Pisces influence. So we're starting out here the week with this 9 of Fire that says to stand strong and stand true, and again, believe in yourself and don't give up. Keep moving forward. And this could be in relation to anything, projects that you're working on, a career path, maybe relationship. This does have an element of fire in it, so there is an element of creativity here, creative self-expression in some way. Definitely can do with creative projects or the career in some way. But we're getting near the end here, because the number 9 in the tarot is the last of the single digits, and then we do have the 10. When we get to the 10 in the tarot, it's like it's the ending of something. You know, it's kind of the ending of whatever that particular suit represents. So here we're getting close to the end, which is why this is don't give up. You know, stand strong and don't give up. Keep moving forward. Keep shining your light, that fire element. Again, keep on letting that creative aspect within you unfold. Let's take a look at the second card to see how we might add on to that. So we have the 6 of Earth now. Now we're bringing in an element of maybe money, again, career, projects. The earth element deals with those tangible things in life. The message at the bottom actually says gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, and receiving a loan or paying off debts. Now, I like to see this. This really makes me feel very positive, because the first card saying don't give up, you know, you're almost there, keep at it. And then we have the second card, the 6 of Earth, that says opportunities, career opportunities. This could also be money opportunities, business opportunities. Again, it's something very tangible that we're working on, that we're working towards. Something's coming into manifestation. Something's coming into balance. We have the scales of balance here, and the number 6 is very much a number about balance. A lot of times it speaks of balancing home and family or everyday kind of responsibilities with our career and who we are out in the world. So when I look at this card, you know, that's the scales of balance. They have like coins, you know, coins in each of the scales, meaning, again, there's that abundance and prosperity aspect. Whenever we get the 6 of Earth in a tarot spread, it often means, again, that there's going to be some sort of inflow of money, inflow of abundance and prosperity. Now, that can be financially, it can be through other people supporting us, or other gifts or blessings that come to us in various forms, but it's usually blessings of a material nature, something substantial, something from the physical realm. So this is a very bright and positive light here. I kind of look at the aspects of the week, and I think about the moon being in Sagittarius, which I said is that normal, optimistic happy-go-lucky, positive kind of emotional energy. And even though it's making some challenging connections with some of those planets, it is making a positive connection to Uranus. And Uranus can bring unexpected blessings. And so this is where I think the Six of Earth comes in. Let's take a look at the last card for the week. Okay, so we're ending the week being a little bit confused here. And I feel like that is that Mercury squaring Mars, that challenging aspect. And then, of course, we have the Sun squaring Saturn as well. So Saturday and Sunday, there's some confusing energies here on a mental level, according to the Five of Air. The message at the bottom says, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation and review everyone's motives. So this can actually be confusing thoughts within ourselves, to where just, within ourselves we're feeling thrown off our mental balance, or we're confused about a decision that we may need to make, or maybe we're confused about a decision that we already make and we're wanting to vacillate back. This can also mean, as you can see with the 5 unicorns here that are all discombobulated, and there's little sometimes petty arguments or challenging communications with other people outside of us. I feel like we need to pull actually a clarifying card for this. So I'm actually going to do that. We're going to ask our angels and guides, and you can kind of do that with me. Just kind of center yourself and ask, what is this 5 of Air all about? How is this going to play out? Or what more information can you give us? And so let's take a look here and see what they say. Of course, this one's popping up. Okay, the 10 of Air. So another card of the mental realm, our thought processes, our belief systems. It says the end of a difficult situation. So that's good. Whatever it is that the 5 of Air is representing here as far as this difficulty or challenges or challenging thoughts within us or challenging communications with others, apparently it's going to not last very long. We're going to be able to work through that. It says the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. So we see here in this card, and here's that number 10 where I talked about the end of something. So it's the end of this confusion, the end of this mental instability. And sometimes when we get to the end and how it says, things are going to get better now, we have to let something go. Maybe we have to let a particular thought process go. Maybe we have to let go of a belief system that we've held on to that's no longer viable. Maybe we actually, in communicating with others with this 5 of Air, maybe we need to sever an idea or release a project, or maybe even create boundaries to sever a relationship that's no longer in our highest and best interest to hold on to. So whatever it is, it does deal with communication in some way. And it's breaking free of that. That number 10 means we're at the end of something. And the unicorns here, I think there's 1 or 2, there's 2 unicorns, you can see that are breaking away from the rest of the unicorns in the background. They're breaking away from the group. They're releasing themselves from something. So again, we're needing to release ourselves from something that deals with thoughts or beliefs or ideas or connection or communication with others. And even though it's going to give us a sense of relief in the end, it still might be challenging when we're going through it, because this 5 of Air dictates that there's going to be some sort of challenge first. But it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. All right, so let's take a look at your special message card from the Syrian Starseed Tarot, depending on your stone of choice. So again, your first stone of choice was the malachite. So let's give these a little bit of a shuffle. And we're going to call in the angels to give us whatever message is for the malachite people. This one keeps touching my hand. So it says the 7 of chalices, okay? And we can see here, I love the imagery of this particular deck. There's actually 7 chalices. You can see that. They each have something different in them. There's little gifts, little blessings in each one of these cups, and they go up this wonderful winding staircase. Usually with the Seven of Chalices, which is the Seven of Cups in the regular tarot, there's some sort of emotional confusion. There's some sort of choice to be made. And why we're emotionally confused is because there's more than one choice that might feel like it's a beneficial choice or the best choice. And that's why we're confused as to which one to choose. We could choose this wonderful gift or this blessing. We could go up here and choose this blessing or this cup. And which one is it? So the emotions are a little bit confused. And I feel like, with the number 7, it's very good to go within. 7 is a vibrational energy that withdraws its energy. It goes within to contemplate. It goes within to meditate and to connect with your inner guide, your inner barometer, and what feels right. So if there's a choice to be made here, that you have to remember to stand up and stand in your truth and believe in yourself and keep on pushing forward. And again, those blessings right in the middle of the week, there's something good coming in the middle of the week, but you're emotionally confused here. Somewhere throughout the week. Along with that mental imbalance, there's this emotional imbalance. So I would definitely say to go within yourself and calm yourself, self-reflect, center yourself, balance yourself. Do a meditation and ask for your angels and guides to show you the right and appropriate choice for you. And ask also, they're telling me to ask Archangel Michael to help pull cords between you and circumstances or situations or people or relationships that you need to clear out. Now, just because you might pull cords between you and another person doesn't mean you're necessarily releasing them and letting them go forever, but it does mean you're clearing yourself of any of their emotional or mental baggage long enough so that you can have clarity within yourself and make the best and most appropriate choices and decisions for yourself. So that is your message for the week. Let's see what message is for the people that chose the clear quartz crystal. Okay, so clear quartz crystal. This one here keeps talking to me. Ooh, this is Major Arcana number 1, and it's indigo. Major Arcana number 1 is usually the Magician card in the traditional tarot. And this card is all about higher vibrational magical energies. If you think about the indigo children are those progressive children that have higher intuitive capabilities, healing capabilities, mental mind powers and capabilities. When I think of the magician, I think of somebody with the ability to utilize their thoughts and intentions to create. This is a very creative energy. It's like your thoughts create your reality kind of energy with this card. I also feel like this indigo child here is holding a crystal. So there's something about the healing realm here as well. And isn't it funny that he's holding a clear quartz crystal and your crystal was clear quartz? So maybe you need to go out and buy a clear quartz crystal and program it, they're saying. When you buy a crystal, there is always a property, any particular general property to the crystal, but especially with the clear quartz crystal, because it amplifies energies, they're saying to get a clear quartz crystal, make sure that you cleanse it, charge it, bless it, and then put your intentions of what it is that you want to create into the crystal. So you want to hold on to it and meditate with it and imbue your intentions of what this crystal represents to you. Is it going to represent career success? Is it going to represent financial stability? Is it going to represent bringing in your soulmate? Whatever it is you want, you can program this crystal to bring that in. And I feel like that's a special message for you as well. So kind of combine those healing abilities within you, the healing abilities of the crystals, and also with your mental thoughts and intentions to create your reality. So do some visualization work and go out and create. And then for those of you that chose the blue agate, okay, Blue agate people, let's give these a little bit of a shuffle. Okay, this one is calling to me here. Blue agate, 4 of crystals, which is like the 4 of earth or the 4 of pentacles. Let me take a look at the imagery here. I like that, first of all, the number 4 means stability and security. If you think of 4 corners of a box, it's a very stable, solid, grounded thing. And here again, this person is sitting almost as if he's in a meditative state with these 4 crystals around him, these 4 solid crystals at the corners around him. And he's within that. He's in the center of this stability. He's in the center of this security. There's a groundedness here. So this message here, I feel, is related to the end of the week where we had the air cards, where there might be some inner or outer communications that are a little unstable or confusing or chaotic. I feel like you need to do whatever is good for you. It might be taking a walk out in nature. It might be taking a healing bath. Maybe it's going out and getting a massage. In fact, I feel connecting with nature, I feel like is very strongly prominent here. But again, it could even be meditation. You're doing something to help to ground in and secure your energy so that you feel more stable, so that your mind is more stable. And this can actually help to manifest the 4 of crystals, being the 4 of earth. It's a manifester. It's bringing something into form. So throughout this week, you're creating and bringing something into form, into a sense of manifestation that's going to bring you a sense of stability and security. Maybe you're making a final decision on how to move forward on a project. Maybe you have some sort of windfall of money or abundance, which the earth element or the discs cards in the tarot also is related to, is bringing in financial security. And this card, especially the 4 of crystals, can mean financial security. It can also mean holding on too tight to money too. So be careful not to be too controlling or tight with the money as well. But instead, let's project that this is going to help to manifest some sort of sense of security for you throughout this week. So I hope you've liked this weekly reading. I want to say thank you to all of you who like and share my videos. If you do, please subscribe to my channel so that you get them on a regular basis. Again, don't forget to check out the monthly angel card reading for March. Also, the monthly angelic astrology article will be posted on angelmessenger.net. If you liked this reading or you've liked my readings in the past and you'd like a more personal reading or healing session, please check out my services at sacredsoulempowerment.com, as I would love to help you in a more personal way on your spiritual journey, your evolution and growth, and moving on the next step of your path. So until next week, I send you all much love and light and many, many angel blessings. Thank you.